Everybody, and welcome to Top Comics to Pre-Order in a Flash. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and this is our really quick show where we show you some of the biggest and best books that you can pre-order by this weekend so you don't miss out on any of the comic goodness. And there's a lot of really cool, really interesting books that are on this week up for order, so let's get into it.
We're going to start with X-Men 97 #1. This is the prelude to the upcoming X-Men 97 animated series that comes out near the end of March. I don't quite remember the date, but this is just going to, tell us what the X-Men have been up to leading up to that miniseries. It's pretty cool. It has been created in collaboration with the showrunners of the show, so there should be some good synergy there. And it says that there are some startling revelations that will lead directly into the show.
I guess this is where you see Magneto getting his
Oh,
new
yeah,
suit
maybe.
and Bishop got a haircut. Next up, we've got Ape-Ril. There's a lot of fun April-themed comics, more than I thought there would be this week, starting with Ape-Ril Special. And, of course, DC has some great monkey and chimp and orangutan characters. And that is going to be in this because this actually spins out of what's going on in Flash, where Grodd has been kind of taken off the table. And so there's an opening for a new villain monkey to come in there, and it is going to be Mr. Mala. And so Detective Chimp and a bunch of the other hero primates have to team up to stop him. Sounds really fun. Even one of the variant covers is banana scented. So you don't want to miss this. It's going to be a good, fun one-shot issue.
Next is Sam and Twitch Case Files #1. So this is a new ongoing series featuring the two detectives, Sam and Twitch, from the Spawn universe. We know that there's going to be several new Spawn and Spawn-related books, and this is one of them. Not a whole lot of information about the story in this yet, but it does say that this is a tale of murder and intrigue and deception, and it's just going to be a big crime noir detective story.
Very cool. And next up, this one, I know it looks wild. This is the Nacelleverse #0. So if you don't know about Nacelle, they are a company that were making toys, and they've got the license to a bunch of really cool classic toy lines. You've got stuff like RoboForce, Biker Mice from Mars, Sectars, Power Lords, The Great Garloo, and more. And they're taking all these very different ideas and creating a shared universe with them. And it all kicks off here. Followed up in the next few months, you're going to be getting a Biker Mice from Mars series, a Sectar series, RoboForce series. But this kicks off the entire thing. I think it sounds really fun. So wild with these characters. So don't miss out on this one because I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised.
Yep. Next is Ultimate Spider-Man #3. Issue 2 came out this week, and it was so good. The first issue is so good. This issue sounds good too. Peter's life does get more complicated. He teams up with the Green Goblin to take on yet another supervillain, and I'm guessing it's the one on the cover there. What I'm interested in is there are secrets about the corporations running North America that are revealed. And it says you'll never guess who discovers Spider-Man's secret identity. So maybe it's his son, maybe it's Mary Jane, maybe it's Uncle Ben. Who knows?
Next up, this one's really cool. Deathstalker #1. So if you're familiar of the Deathstalker movie from 1983 is making a return, but this version is actually co-written by Slash of Guns N' Roses. Is getting into the comics game. So if you're a fan of the magic cult barbarian Deathstalker that had many, many films, you'll want to check this one out because I mean Slash is working in comics. That's awesome.
Next is Miles Morales Spider-Man #18. This is a big deal because it's Legacy #300, a big anniversary issue. Gang War is over when this comes out, but Rabble wants a rematch with Spider-Man, but her out-of-control powers and her desperation have her poised to obliterate more than just Spider-Man's life.
Speaking of anniversaries, we've got World's Finest #25. So to celebrate the 25th anniversary of this fantastic series, we're getting an oversized issue. The lead story in it, which I think is what people are really going to be into, is the telling of the first meeting of Joker and Lex Luthor. So both of the big arch enemies of the World's Finest team coming together. I imagine there's going to be some really interesting discussions between those two. Plus, there's a backup story starring Doom Might and it is going to be setting up the next World's Finest epic story that is coming along. So don't miss this special oversized issue.
And next is Morning Star. This is the first of a 5-issue miniseries, and this is about a smoke jumper named Nathan Garrett. He actually dies in a raging wildfire, and a year after that, his wife takes their kids to the Morning Star lookout to sort of get closure and scatter his remains. But there is something waiting for them there that's more powerful than space and time, and more powerful than their anguish and torment. Something is after them.
And next up, we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures April Special, another April themed issue. And this sounds really cool because it seems like April O'Neil gets stranded out somewhere. And who is there to help? Not the Turtles, but Ace Duck makes his appearance here, and they team up to seek treasures in a lost temple. Plus, this is an oversized issue, 40 pages, so we get a backup story with the return of Mona Lisa. So I just think this sounds great. I love this series, and it's cool they're bringing in a lot of those classic other mutant characters like Ace Duck. So don't miss out on this one shot. And that is it for Top Comics to pre-order in a flash. Thank you so much for watching. Head over to infinityflux.net right now where you can pre-order these books we just talked about, plus so much more. There's going to be tons and tons on there, all the variant covers, all that good stuff. And we'll be talking about all those on our show coming up on Friday, where we'll be going over these books and many, many more in more detail, so you have all the knowledge you need to make your decisions when you head into your comic book store. So, again, thank you for watching, and until next time.
See ya.
See ya.